Member Braun, I'll next move to my questions. I also wanted to note we obviously have a number of senators who've been here. Some have been here and won't be back. Some will be back. But after my questions, in order of appearance, we'll go to Senator Scott. We've also had Senator Gillibrand, Senator Blumenthal here. And let me just go to my first maybe two questions. Dr. Bhatnagar, I wanted to ask you a question, but as a predicate for that, I understand that one of the challenges in rare disease drug development is that there are often very few true experts in the disease, and that this presents difficulties at different stages of the drug review process. FDA has acknowledged these challenges and indicated they're open to revising some of the policies to ensure clinical expertise for rare disease therapy. So, Doctor, here's my question. As you've worked through this drug development process, are there areas where greater expertise in rare diseases like, as you mentioned, PWS, Prader-Willi syndrome, among FDA expertise for that syndrome, among others, among those FDA reviewers, are there instances where that would be helpful, that greater expertise?
Thank you, Senator, and yes, it would be helpful. When you're dealing with a disease like Prader-Willi syndrome, we don't expect that there would be expertise at the FDA because it is a rare disease. So we would hope that there is that understanding and the idea that from the very beginning of the process, there would be experts at the other end. That's not been the case. We generally take physician experts with us, but unfortunately, they're considered to be conflicted. The problem in rare diseases, which is very different from other large mass market type of diseases, is that you generally involve all experts in the clinical trials. Otherwise, you would not be able to enroll those trials. So if you believe them to be conflicted, then who would be the expert? So I think this is one not very difficult thing that can be implemented. You can take their opinions with a grain of salt, but at least consider them to be not conflicted and speaking for the disease.
Doctor, thanks very much. I just have one more question before turning to Senator Scott. Professor Fernandez-Lynch, how can the FDA ensure it's consulting with these appropriate disease experts while also ensuring transparency around, say, potential conflicts of interest during the review of products for rare diseases?
Thank you, Senator, for the question. So this comes up very often when FDA is trying to populate the advisory committees of external experts that it often calls upon to help them understand various issues related to whether or not they should be approving products, as well as broader questions about drug development in particular areas. FDA can waive, the conflicts in certain circumstances. For example, where there is a dearth of experts in a given area, and they often do waive the typical conflict of interest rules. There are other ways also of managing conflict. So, for example, if you include somebody who has ties with industry or has participated in trials, you can also invite additional people to provide their broader perspectives. So I think this is already something that is happening at FDA. They're well aware of the challenge. And in fact, it's more often academics like myself who are pushing FDA to be more careful about conflicts than they already are.
Thank you, Professor. And I'll move to Senator Scott.
First, I want to thank the chair and the ranking member for putting together this hearing. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank all of our witnesses.